Hablo desde la prisión. Wilson Manyoma. Borbona.
Yeah, updated to episode 20. Too late now?
I mean, if you want everybody to see my backside for a couple minutes.
All right.
Masters of None episode
Episode 20.
20.
Jesus Christ, episode 20, man.
I could change the name real quick if you like. Masters of None episode. And
Jesus.
you guys don't know, but I could change the name. Yeah, everything would sound fine. You gotta be careful though, 'cause that thing's spitting into the microphone and then everybody else is gonna get it.
Yeah, they
It's the
just did.
echo.
I just heard it.
Yeah. Everybody else is gonna get the echo. You see, and then it's never ending because it just keeps coming through the mic and it turns into like this
This double weird shit. going
this
on.
inception. Look, this mic, this one's feeding over here, that one's feeding over there. All right.
God
Masters
damn
of
it.
None, episode 20. What's up, guys?
20. What you been up to, bro?
Nothing, man. I got a few things I've written down. We've been messing with the audio for like an hour behind the scenes. I guess the last couple like flawless victories we had, the audio gods had to humble us real quick.
Yeah, man. Think it was a bad cable.
Yeah.
But
We're running like 50-foot cables for like a 6-foot distance. So
6 foot.
these are like guitar fucking XLRs, right? This is like
These are like performance, like auditorium wires.
Do guitars use XLR cables? No, right? They use the
no.
like headphone
like
jack.
TRS.
Like it looks like a headphone jack. but it's
1/4
not.
inch jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had audio issues. That's it. But you guys don't know. We're not gonna bore you guys with the
I wish I had
gory
a snack.
details. I wish I had a snack too. I lost a lot of momentum fucking with the audio.
Wish I had a snack. But so a lot going on, man. A lot going on in the fight world.
Yeah. So I didn't even know that Paulo Costa was supposed to fight. Again, what is it? August? No, April. He was supposed to fight in April. Now he's not fighting.
Yeah.
Robert Whitaker said he'll fight Israel Adesanya on that date, but then now I see that Robert Whitaker is fighting Kelvin Gastelum.
Fighting Kelvin Gastelum. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I think Bobby's got that, but it's funny because who did Kelvin Gastelum start his last fight that a lot of people thought he was going to lose? Not me being not one of them. I thought he was going to win that fight, and he did.
But when he knocked out Michael Bisping?
No, it was what? No, it was his last fight. His last fight, he fought somebody that wasn't.
Did he go to a decision? I don't even remember.
No. Anyways, Kelvin Gastelum, his last fight, people counted him out.
He didn't knock him out, did he?
I don't remember. I know he fucking won because I remember you specifically saying like, nah, that's it for him. But like, the guy put on a fucking show versus the champ. He lost, but he put on a fucking show.
Yeah, I think you're actually right.
And
he beat Ian Heinich. That's who he beat.
And then he didn't fight for a while before that fight. His last fight before that was Israel Adesanya, right?
The one before that was he lost to Jack Hermanson.
Oh,
Then before that, he lost to Darren Till. Then before that, he lost to Israel Adesanya.
damn. So he lost. All right. So maybe that's why people felt that way. But the guy looks good. He looked good his last fight. We'll see. Fuck me. I didn't know he lost to Darren Till and then he lost to fucking Jack Hermanson.
Yeah.
But he won his last fight.
This is a big fight for him, man.
Yeah.
This is a
Dude,
big
what?
fight.
It's huge. Whoever wins this fight is going to go fight the champ again because both these guys already fought him.
I'm interested. But I'm interested what's going on across the way, parallel in the combat sport world that night.
Oh, all right. So I think that this card is better than the last card. And the last card, and not because I've already watched it. So the last card was 3 belts. It was Aljamain Sterling and Future Young. It was Amanda Nunes versus Megan Anderson. And then it was Jan Blachowicz versus Israel Adesanya. This card to come up, also like a super card, gonna be in Florida with a full attendance. It's going to be what? Who's it going to be?
Which card are you talking
We're
about?
talking about the one this weekend
This weekend is
because it's also 3 belts on the line this weekend, and
Nah.
I know the fucking
there's no
fights.
3 belts on the line this weekend.
The card in Florida. Oh,
No, that
I remember
card
it
in
now.
Florida's in
It's not this weekend, but
it's in like April or something.
yes, you're right. That card, it's Jorge Masvidal versus Kamaru Usman.
Yes.
Your Shevchenko. Is Shevchenko fighting on that card?
Yeah, Shevchenko's gonna fight Jessica Andrade.
Shevchenko, Jessica Andrade, and then is it Rose Whaley not that night too?
Yeah.
Then Rose Whaley. I think that matchup, like those 3,
Yeah.
all 3 championship fights,
Is better than the card that just
is
happened.
better than the card that just
Yeah, I
happened.
agree. I agree with that.
And those are like the 2 cards to talk about.
Well, I'm interested in Kevin Holland and Derek Brunson this weekend.
Oh, that's what the fuck
This
you're talking
weekend.
about?
No, I said on the same night. I was talking about Jake Paul
Oh, Jake Paul
and
versus
Ben Askren.
That's going to be funny. And you just told me today that they're fighting in Atlanta, which means they're going to be in the same time zone. And I'm wondering, like, when are they fighting? Like, who is going to be really fighting when these guys are fucking playing touch butt in the park?
Nah, to be honest with you, bro, I'm gonna watch that. I'm more
You're going to watch that entire card?
no. I'm gonna watch that and maybe Frank Mir versus
Frank Mir's on that card?
Yeah, Frank Mir is apparently gonna be boxing like
He's going to be boxing?
Yeah, he's boxing. I think like James Taylor or it's either James Taylor or it's
Who is he? He's boxing a boxer?
yeah, I think or Antonio Tarver. Who
Oh, that'd be cool. I mean, I don't know how he fares up against like a boxer. Whatever.
yeah, he boxes way better than Ben Askren. Ben Askren's gonna get fucked up.
Dana White says Ben Askren's going to win that fight.
Dana White is a gambling degenerate. That's the reason why he just
He's
can't
up
help
the odds.
He can't help that. Yeah, he's gonna up the odds and then bet the opposite direction.
I
2
don't
million
know, man.
in the opposite direction because he's fucking crazy.
Even if he's not a good boxer, he's fought
He's
real
fighting
boxers.
Antonio Tarver.
He's fought boxers. You know what I'm saying?
Who?
Ben Askren.
No, he hasn't.
He's never fought a single good boxer.
He hasn't.
Nobody he's ever. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you.
That's okay. He's not. He hasn't boxed
I'm
a
saying-
person that doesn't have to worry about the takedown. It's not the same fight. Like everybody brings up, like he's fought good boxers, but he's fought good boxers that he was allowed to take down. So that's in your head when you're boxing and you're like, this guy could potentially shoot a single on me and drag me to the ground. That's a different fight than a fight where Jake Paul knows that there is no time ever at any point in this fight that Ben Askren is allowed to take him down. It's just not something that's going to happen. He's going to get punched in the face. Ben Askren's going to be like this, getting punched in the face, and he's going to keep trying to clinch and keep trying to clinch and keep trying to clinch. That's what he's going to do the whole time. He's going to get punched in the face and be consistently trying to clinch. I do not think Ben Askren can break an egg with boxing gloves on.
You're crazy, bro.
He can't break an egg with boxing gloves on. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. He fights like a cat with no claws. That's how he punches. He's like, it's like these fucking little pity pats. Like
he does that, but he does that in MMA. He does that in MMA where he could take people down. Maybe when he has to punch, he can. We just don't know it.
I don't know if he's trolling, but I've seen the man box and hit the bag and hit the pads, and he looks like my dad.
Listen, man, the truth is just that Jake's never fought a real fighter.
Jake's never fought.
He's never fought a real fighter.
Yo, Ben Askren's not a real boxer, so this
He's just
doesn't
never
count.
fought a real fighter.
Yo,
He's a real fighter. He really has
He's
fought
a real
people who have the
MMA
ability.
fighter.
Yeah.
He's a real MMA that has to be in there. He's not a real. If you ask me, Jake Paul is a better boxer than him.
Will
way
Ben
more.
Askren be the most legit person he's ever fought?
Yes. That's not
So-
saying a lot. He's had 2 fights.
So, that being said, he's going to be in the most danger versus Ben Askren than versus the other 2 fucking my mouths that he fought.
That's true.
All right.
That's
I'll
true.
take that.
But
I'm not saying Ben
I'm
Askren's going to
also
go in there
in
and knock
more
him out.
danger from.
I just think he deserves more credit than you're giving him. I'm not saying he's going to win. I want him to win, just like a lot of you don't want him to win. You wouldn't want to see him win.
Who, Ben Askren?
Yeah.
I really don't care.
If you could pick somebody to throw this fight, who would it? If you leaving on Saturday night, where you leave, or you're going to bed, what would make you happier? Jake Paul winning, or Jake Paul losing? Right? Because you know what happens in my mind when Jake Paul loses, it's kind of like the world goes like, shut the fuck up, and turns the TV off, and then we don't have to hear about this anymore.
I think it's important to draw the distinction between somebody that can grapple and can't really punch versus somebody that
Don't you think it's kind of stupid that we're watching this?
No.
You don't think it's stupid
No, I
that we're
think it's
watching like, how about people just pay millions of dollars to watch me and you play golf? Because it's the same fucking thing, right? The only difference is that it's not. Or how about people pay $1 million to watch me and you play hockey against each other? Because that's a little more physical. It's a better comparison. It's just the dumbest thing ever. It's like, there's people that are really good at this, right? And they fight each other. And it's much better to watch than these two guys that don't know what they're fucking doing fight each other. It's just, we like this guy not because of his boxing abilities. If anything, he's kind of a douchebag. He's not, nobody really, his persona is like a douchebag. About? Jake, right?
Of course
he has a douchebag persona. I don't know the guy in real life.
I don't care about him personally. I don't care. What I care about is, to me, this is a competition between rule sets. That's what this is. This isn't because in a real fight, out in the street, Ben Askren beats the shit out of Jake Paul any day of the week.
He could fuck Jake Paul if he
at
wants
a bar. He puts a baby in Jake Paul.
Yeah, 100%.
There's no denying
1,000%. Every single time.
Yo, I would give Ben Askren a 12-pack. and Jake Paul is sober after a workout.
Yeah.
And I will give that fight to Ben Askren.
100%.
Piss drunk. That's Ben Askren's fight. But when you put the rules in.
Yeah, you got to box. Yeah.
That's where the change is.
But I'm not saying he's going to win.
If you let Damian Maia fight Kamaru Usman, and Kamaru Usman's not allowed to hit Damian Maia, he's not allowed to punch him. He's not allowed to strike him. Yeah, it is. Because then you got somebody that's able to, given Maia's way better at jiu-jitsu than
I was just going to say, that's like saying that and Usman's got a good ground game. I don't know if he's ready to roll around with Damian Maia. I really just don't know.
If he can't strike Damian Maia. Because I think he already beat Damian Maia.
Yeah, but I'm talking about in like a grappling match.
Yeah,
that's like that. I think eventually Damian Maia's going to strangle him.
Damian Maia takes that.
Yeah.
So it's about the rules and what someone else, quite frankly, has been working a little harder at. Ben Askren is like 100% out in the open about the fact that he hasn't been training. He hasn't trained in the longest time. He just got his hip replaced. Like, there's a lot of things going into this fight. He gained a lot of weight. Yeah. He's like 15 years older than Jake Paul.
Yeah, but listen, first of all, this guy's been cutting weight since he was like 9 years old.
Matters, bro. Youth matters.
Yeah, I know, but he's way more of an athlete.
But cutting weight is irrelevant. They are different weights. They're just going to fight each other.
No. But what I'm saying is that he's able to get into shape significantly faster. Jake's always in shape. I think he works. He's just been training. He hasn't stopped training since his last fight. However, when it comes to getting in shape, I don't think that Jake gets in shape the way he gets. This guy could get in shape. He's been getting in shape his whole life. That's what he does. He prepares to fight at all times. It's like there's nothing else he's doing. Right? Not only that, but he cumulatively has more time boxing than Jake does. Doesn't mean he's better at it, but he has more experience boxing than Jake does.
No, he doesn't.
Of course he does. Because if you look at his career fighting MMA, right? Even if the guy trained 1 day a week for it, he cumulatively has more time training, which means that he has more time training boxing than he does. What's Jake been training for 3 years?
Ben Askren's punching, his technique is so bad.
It's unorthodox.
That it looks to me that he never trained boxing.
He paused at people.
He skipped boxing day. And he was like, no, I'll just double down on my wrestling practice.
Yeah.
And that's what he did. The guy can't break an egg, bro. I'm telling you, he's out of his element. Like when Robbie Lawler was throwing bombs at him.
Yeah.
He was like, bang, bang, bang. He was getting hit like Ronda Rousey. He was getting hit by Amanda Nunes.
People
Like,
do that when they're getting their shit kicked in.
and when they don't know how to
up.
fight standing. That's something you see in a street fight when somebody starts.
Jake Paul's not going to hit him like Robbie Lawler did hit him. Robbie Lawler dropped him on his fucking head.
Yeah, but he
Come on.
Yo, imagine what would have happened to Ben Askren if he wasn't allowed to clinch with Robbie Lawler. If he wasn't allowed to take Robbie Lawler down.
Robbie Lawler would have beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
That fight could have arguably been stopped.
It should have been. When he was punching him
When
under
he
the
was
arm,
getting punched
when
in
he
the
was getting
face,
hit
yeah.
under here.
That fight could have arguably been
Bro,
stopped.
I would've
If
stopped
Herb
it.
Dean would have stopped that fight right then
Nobody
and
would
there,
have argued.
nobody would have fucking said a word.
Nobody.
But he did it. Instead,
Yeah.
he stopped. The stoppage was still fucking controversial.
Yeah.
But this is my perspective: is that I want him to win, right?
Ben Askren?
Yeah, I don't. I think that he's just not getting enough credit. Because, I mean, the guy's the real deal. You told him he's an Olympian. He's a real athlete. This guy's not an athlete. This other guy's not an athlete.
No, he's not an athlete.
It's insulting.
He's not an athlete.
He's not an athlete.
He's
This guy's
athletic.
a real athlete, an Olympian, a multiple time champion.
All right, how about this?
Yes, I think Tiger Woods would beat me in a basketball game. Yes,
How
I do think that. That's what you're
No,
gonna actually.
I'm trying to find a parallel here. How about if you put a junior high school basketball player
Mm-hmm.
against a professional volleyball player in a basketball game? They're still jumping. They're still blocking. All that's involved in volleyball. Just the typical, the skills you need, the explosivity, the understanding.
This motherfucker's
of
not
jumping and timing.
all right. We're talking about.
I said a junior high basketball player.
yeah.
You're trying to tell me Jake Paul's level of boxing isn't potentially equal to
A junior
an
high
experienced
schooler?
junior high school basketball player. Like when you look at a real school athlete, a junior high basketball player is probably, he's just starting to take it serious. He's a couple years in. He's starting to develop.
Those sports are too far apart, I think. Now let's do baseball and cricket.
Okay, I'm out of my depth when it comes to the old cricket, mate, but I'll try.
Because
Yes.
they're similar to how similar mixed martial arts and boxing are, right? Because there's some fundamental things that are involved in both of them, which would be punching and hitting a ball,
Yes.
right?
Could be like, yeah, okay.
You know?
You look at you can't put it.
So yeah, I think like Barry Bonds is gonna beat some junior high school like promising Australian player
In cricket,
in cricket.
probably not. Probably not. Different rule set. You're bouncing the ball. The bat you're swinging is different.
Yeah, but baseball players, these guys are fucking just like sheer size. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with
Size
the
don't
basketball.
help you in cricket. Cricket's
Same thing with the
weird.
basketball. Volleyball, I can't give you, but you give me another sport. Some of these guys are just fucking enormous.
Yeah, enormous. That's a thing.
I see what you're saying. And listen, I'm not saying you're wrong. Jake might just I'll tell you one thing that's not going to happen. He's not going to fucking knock him out.
I don't see him knocking him out.
He's not going to knock him out. How many rounds is this?
I don't even know. I want to say like 8.
They better hope. Jake don't got the cardio to punch this guy in the face for 8 rounds.
He doesn't. But he also, I firmly believe that if Jake Paul stood there with his hands down, Ben Askren can't knock him out.
It's not about that. It's about winning on the cards.
Hit him.
It's about winning on the cards. We've seen people gas out.
This could be a TKO. Like, I think this might be a referee stoppage from Jake Paul hitting him.
What was the last fight? What was that fight? I think they were like heavyweights or light heavyweights. You know which one I'm talking about. It was
Which one?
Oh my God. It was that kid Rodriguez versus he was remember that guy? He's like an 11-time Abu Dhabi champion. And he ends up getting
and he gets choked.
Yeah.
I think it was like Vera.
So what I'm
That
getting,
young kid.
yeah, what I'm getting at, if you watch that fight, which I described terribly, when I said that multiple time Abu Dhabi champion, you picked.
I
it
know
up,
who
right?
you're talking about.
So he got gassed. He was absolutely exhausted.
He got strangled.
And he got strangled. Something that he is better than everybody else that only does that.
Yeah. But again,
He's
you get
proved
that
himself to be
exhausted.
the best in the world.
You get that exhausted in grappling.
But just like I know, that in boxing, if he's gonna be beating the shit out of him in the first couple rounds, trying to put him away, he could eat that way. We don't know what his gas tank is like, but I know that if it's not right in the first couple rounds, he'll eat away at it, and Ben Askren was just gonna be a little beat up. And yeah, he loses the first 3-4 rounds. But if it's 8 rounds and he loses the first 3, and then he wins the next
How many rounds is it?
wins the next 6 or whatever, and that's 9. That's not even the right math, but you know what I'm saying.
I
don't know. I'm not a fucking biologist, but
I'm looking this shit up. 8 rounds. 8 rounds. Yo, but I really don't see, like, Ben Askren, I'm telling you, I think he's so inexperienced when it comes to boxing. He's just going to continue to clinch and clinch and clinch. They'll probably end up having to take points away
because
from him clinching.
It's all honestly going to depend on Jake's cardio, how tired he is, and how the fight moves along.
He might just really he might just hit Ben Askren so many times. Yo, listen to me. I'm the first one that would say this shit is why is so much attention being given to this fight? Because I think it's disrespectful to certain parts of the sport in a lot of cases. But
yeah,
I do
100%. That we're paying to watch these fucking guys when there's people that really do this and we're not watching them. So I was saying before, it was like, why the fuck? What kind of parallel universe are we in where we're paying to watch amateur fucking boxers fucking fight each other?
But I do think that the rule set needs to be understood, that that's what's going to make this fight. That's the only thing that's going to giving Jake an advantage, is he's only familiar with fighting in this one rule set. Ben Askren has never fought in this rule set.
And listen, I agree with that, right? And at the same time, it's like, I just kind of want it to be over with. What's next, right? He beats Ben Askren, then what? He fights another guy who doesn't box?
Yeah, I mean, that seems to be what he's doing. He's throwing money at these guys, and you know, he's
going to fight Diddy after this?
I mean, shit, I'd rather him fight Diddy than start, like, because he's trying to discredit MMA fighters in a different sport, which is something that anybody with a brain
shouldn't even have took that bait.
Anybody with a brain would know that MMA and boxing are very different and that you can't compare one to the other. But the average fan, the average casual, every now and then watch a fight, they think that these things are similar. Like Ryan Garcia was talking about, he was going to fight Dylan Dennis in a cage fight, in an MMA fight. And I was like, what?
You know, Dylan could punch you in those fights, right?
You know, Dylan can single leg you in that fight, right? Imagine Ryan Garcia, the little boxer, on his back with Dylan Dennis on top of him. There is nothing. You want to talk about somebody having a baby?
Yeah, Dylan Dennis will fuck Ryan Garcia.
9 months from
Tiny
that
ass.
fight, Ryan Garcia would give birth to a little baby Dylan Dennis.
What the fuck was he thinking?
Bro,
I seen
them.
I seen the interview.
Talking
Yeah,
to each other.
But he did also say that he was like, but I want to run it, like, you know, I'll do this, but you got to box, like, get in a boxing ring and box me too.
That wouldn't be fair either. That's how different the sports are. He would beat the brakes off of Dylan Dennis in a boxing match. He would knock him out.
I feel like he's like way smaller than Dylan.
He's way smaller. I'm still confident that he laces Dylan Dennis.
No. I'm just saying, like, even in an MMA match, it's like not
that
only
would make
is
sense.
yeah.
Dylan Dennis is pretty big. Dylan Dennis, I think he fights like welterweight or lightweight.
Can you
He fights like
imagine?
170 or like 155. Like Ryan Garcia is like 138 or some shit, like
Fuck
140.
up. This dude fucking heel picks you, motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh my God. I can't even imagine it, bro.
The fuck up.
What are you talking about?
I've
son?
seen videos of Nate Diaz rolling with the Nelk Boys and, and Big Boy. You know who his Big Boy is? That bodybuilder from California. He's got a channel. I think the Mexican dude, he's all tatted.
No.
You know who Cali Muscles is?
Mm.
They're like bodybuilding YouTube dudes, but the Nelk Boys hook up with him and they go and they roll with Nate Diaz, and it's pretty cool. You see like Nate choking these fucking guys, It's funny. He's like rolling around with Steve. Steve will do it, and like Steve's like trying hard, and he's just like floating on this dude.
Of course,
just, like,
bro. He's just flowing, right?
Yeah, it's
Fuck,
funny.
man.
Yeah,
I haven't even seen that. I gotta see it. I only saw the clip you sent me. There's a whole video of it.
You gotta dig through all their channels because like so Nelk, like, you know, they only put out every Monday. So like you gotta find like the channels that hang out with them and to see like every piece of it because they like that might even make their video.
All right, so
know?
you gotta hunt down the chunks of.
Yeah. I didn't find that's not how I found it. I kind of been just watching Big Boy's videos and then I just seen him like hanging out with the Nelk boys and I was like, oh shit! And then you see Nate Diaz there and like Nate Diaz is doing like dumbbell presses and like they're doing a workout and then they go roll and it doesn't show like a lot of the rolls, like snippets of the rolls. Maybe it's gonna be the next Nelk video that I'm not sure of, but it's definitely cool to see.
Damn, that's dope.
And in the last Nelk video, they went to the last fight, the fight card we were talking about with the Manny Nunez fight card.
Yeah.
And Khabib's there, and they come up to Khabib again, and they're like, "Hey, like, do you remember us?" And he's like, "Who are you?" They're like, "You remember I interviewed you in Abu Dhabi?" And he was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Did you get the dog?" And he was like, "Nah, we didn't get the dog."
Ah, he remembers.
Yeah, because for anybody who doesn't know, fucking the Nelk boys, Kyle did like a fake interview with Khabib, and he was like, he goes, "What do you think I could do?" He goes, "Cause I was in Miami and Jorge Masvidal like fuck my girl, and like now I gotta know like what can I do to like so you think I could start training so I can fuck him up?" And he's like, "How old are you?" And he's like 27, and he was like, "You ever trained before?" And he was like, "No." He was like, he goes, "You got to get dog." And he goes, "You say you don't think I have a chance?" He goes, "Just you? No." He goes, "But if you get dog, you have a chance." Yeah, maybe. But if you get dog, maybe.
Go get a fucking dog, bro.
Yeah, so go get an animal.
Big vicious junkyard dog. You can sick
That's
on
mad
him 'cause he'll
fucking
whip your
funny.
ass.
Yeah, so they see him again, and like he sees them, and they're like, "Oh, it's a joke" and shit like that. But
That's funny that he
Yeah.
remembered them.
dude, they're like close. They're not close friends, but they're Dana.
Cool with Dana, right?
Yeah, they're cool with Dana, and like Dana be bringing them like they could go to whatever fights. Like, you hear him. I'm sure he says it to a lot of people, but like they take him up on it, and they got like a deal with like the Red Rock Casino. So like they're getting. When you're rich and famous, like a lot of things are free. That's what it seems like. It from like my perspective.
Yeah, they could legit like write all that off. That has to do with how they make money, shooting these videos and shit.
They're sponsored by Howler Head Whiskey.
Oh my god!
Like indirectly, like you see Steve is like drink Howler Head. He like wears a Howler Head mask, like But that also could be just him looking out because Dana, they were in Abu Dhabi watching fights.
Yeah.
So they've been to 2 fights at the Apex. So it's like they could just be hooking each other like brand deals.
Yeah. Shit, man. Yo, did you see that shit going on with that guy Hans from
Fast and Furious?
No, Hans from Monster Energy?
Yeah, I seen that. Isn't that funny? So Dominic Cruz.
Yeah,
But Dominic Cruz at the end of his fight when he won, he said that he wanted to challenge he's like an executive from Monster Energy that like works into their contract that they have to do like certain kind of like pictures and media
Just
like
stupid shit
with him.
Yeah.
And like he uses it and posts it on his Instagram, which like portrays like fake relationships and shit like that. And like you see the pictures on his fucking Instagram, and he's like got pictures of Connor, fucking, like all these fighters. And then you look at all the fighters that don't fuck with him, and it's like, oh, that's interesting. Like Israel Adesanya doesn't fuck with him.
No, none of Ali's fighters fuck with him like that.
So it's
Ali
like
don't let his fighters fuck with them. Henry Cejudo doesn't fuck with him. Like,
but they say they pay good.
Nah, they pay like $5,000 and shit, some shit like that. I think it's like $5 to $10,000. I
thought that Dana said that it's like when Dana definitely said this. He said when they signed with Monster, or when Monster did a deal with Monster, right? They said, all right, you got to pay the fighters this. Monster came back and said, no, we're going to give you more. I want to say the number was like $25,000 or something like that. I could be wrong. He was like, we're going to give him more. And he was like, oh, great. And he was like, yeah. They're like, Monster was like, yeah, we treat our people good over here, so on and so forth, which is definitely true. Cause you know, you look at all these people who are sponsored by Monster. Not a lot of people never not sponsored by Monster. Like you look at like Ken Block and shit like that. You don't see a Red Bull sticker on Ken Block's car. And it's not because fucking,
Nah, I'm sure they're paying. The only thing is Hans don't run the company.
no.
Hans is just brokering deals. Like Monster's investigating these claims now because there was other people. A photographer came out saying that that he got blackballed from MMA as like a photographer, like MMA media, because of this dude. He's like, this dude's a piece of shit. Like he's like done terrible shit, and now other people are coming out and saying he's a piece of shit. Like that he's tried to do stuff to them. He's tried to be like, you know, tried to extort them to like improve his like own image and shit. Like it's so lame.
I would love to see Dominic Cruz fucking with his weird ass fucking fighting style go in there and fight this fucking guy who's like 100 pounds heavier than him.
It'd be a sad day if that fucking 250-pound dude just fucking fell on Dom and just, you know, just ran at him and tried to just like pin his ass down.
You know, he's very elusive.
Yeah, he is very elusive. You know,
I
don't even think that dude, does he train? I don't know.
Yeah, he's had professional fights.
Yeah, but I think they're like weird, like fixed pro fights. It's like some weird shit.
They're just as like legit as his fucking Instagram pictures.
Yeah.
You're always worried about you've been really worried about the audio today. I'm confident. I'm confident in our audio adjusting abilities. Oh, don't do that.
No, I sound good though, man.
Yeah.
It's a little fucking, you know.
We're gonna next time we'll sound different because I think that one of the things we should do is adjust this. Get new cables.
Yeah. We are.
So Henry, did you see what Henry Cejudo said about Max Holloway? About how like if he was to come back, he would like to fight Max.
Really?
Because Max got, you know, because he said he was alluded to like Max having like a really good resume.
I think Max would beat the shit out of Henry Cejudo. Hands down, Max will beat the shit out of Henry
Think he would
Cejudo.
piece him up?
It'd be like punching a sixth grader. No way, son. Like giving like
What's his son's name? What's Max's son's name? He'd be like fight his kid.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it'd be like punching a child. Like it. No way. No way. That's way too big, bro. That's way too big. He fought Dustin Poirier at 155. That's a much bigger man than Henry Cejudo. Henry Cejudo's like the fucking like 35-pound champ and the 25-pound champ. 125.
Yeah, he fought guys like fucking Demetrius Johnson,
When
who's
he's
also a tiny
fat,
little human
he's
being.
probably 160. If he's really out of shape and really out of training, 160.
I don't know, man. I'm just relaying the message.
I mean, I don't even think Max would fight him.
I think it'd be good for Max to fight him.
Yo, bro, they would be so different in size. It would be weird.
So is Kelvin Gastelum and Israel Adesanya.
But not like this. Max Holloway's 5'10". Henry Cejudo's like 5'5", or some shit like that. Like that's gonna be it's not even gonna be like good for promo.
Didn't
really.
Mark Hunt fight fucking
How tall is
Francis?
Henry Cejudo? Maybe I'm talking out of turn.
I don't know. I really don't know how tall he is. I know he's definitely a small man. That I know.
5'4". 5'4" versus a guy that's 5'10". That's 6 inches. You know what a half a foot looks like?
That's what Stipe and Francis are probably.
But they're both in the same weight class.
I'll give you
Henry
that.
Cejudo would essentially be going up 2 weight classes to fight.
He'll be going up to the 3rd weight class above. It'd be like 3 weight classes. Oh, well, from the lowest he's been.
Yeah, 125
Yeah.
to 135 to 145 to,
145.
fight Max Holloway. That's 2 weight classes up.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you don't count the one you're in. Yeah, you're right. 2 weight classes.
So, I mean,
What I'm saying is only that if Max was offered that fight, I think it'd be good for him to take him. It's a good notch to have to be the guy who beat Henry Cejudo. Just like Jan beat Israel Adesanya.
I don't think he has anything to gain, Max Holloway, from beating Henry Cejudo. I think people would expect it.
Henry Cejudo's a champ.
Yeah, but he's the champ in a different weight class. It's not a fight.
Still the champ. He's still a champ.
So what? That to me doesn't really make much sense for Max Holloway.
Didn't
Because if he beats Henry Cejudo, everybody will just be like, oh, because he's way bigger.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying. That is true. Like, you know, it's almost like one of those things where you have nothing to like.
And if he
You have
loses,
everything to
people will be
lose,
like,
but nothing to gain.
Oh my God, Henry Cejudo beat Max Holloway. And then where does Max Holloway go from there in chasing the belt?
But Henry Cejudo, you know, didn't he beat Demetrius Johnson?
Yeah.
Arguably one of the pound for pound best fighters.
But again, different weight classes. They fought at flyweight, 125.
Yeah, well, he's small.
Yeah, they were 125ers, I think, right? Yeah.
I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, they were 125ers.
Demetrius is small.
They were flyweights.
And he's big for 25.
Who, Cejudo or?
Yeah, no, Demetrius is not that big. 'Cause
That's,
he's naturally a bigger person. But yeah, I get exactly what you're saying, and I don't disagree with you. But I think the only thing we don't see eye to eye on is if it'd be worth anything for Max. And I think that, you know, from my perspective, that Henry's a respected enough fighter to want to just, you know, have that another, you know, that body, that name added to the body count.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess
right. It's similar to the Jan and Israel, right? Not the size discrepancy. I'm talking about the fact that Jan now has that name on his fucking body count, Israel Adesanya.
But there's an asterisk.
Yeah, but nobody really. Some people will talk about that, but
I don't give Max Holloway I don't think it hurt him to lose to Dustin Poirier.
But that's like saying it doesn't.
Dustin Poirier, I don't really count that win at 155. I count his win at 145 when he already beat Max at 145. And then he beat him at 155.
So what about, you know, just Dustin as an example, when Conor beat him at 45? You know, oh, you beat him at 45 where he was like, it still counts.
Yeah, because they were both real 45ers. They were both fighting in that division.
Even Conor at 45 didn't look like a fucking, yeah, he fought at 45, but he got out of that fuck. He got in, got the belt and fucking got the fuck out. And he looked not good at 45. In hindsight, you could say the same thing about Conor that everybody's saying about Dustin, that he was never supposed to be fighting at 45. That 45 was too big of a cut. And you can see it in any of his 45 weigh-ins.
Yeah, well, you could see that he doesn't do well at 55.
He hasn't been doing well at 55.
You know, like Dustin is a true 55er. Since he's gone up to 55, he's beat killers the whole time.
Yeah. Also, like their careers are so different in the sense that Conor's like in and out always. Like he's like, you know, huge mega fight. I'm not going to fight anymore. And it's like, oh, I'm going to come back to fight this. It's like, it's all these like dramatic, like, you know, 2-year fucking hiatuses or whatever. So, you know, where Dustin's like in it, he's like still working.
And he's a real 55er. He's been a 55er for years. So, you know, Conor has been a 55er as well. So I can't really compare those two, but you know, Holloway's not a 55er.
Or Conor fighting fucking Diaz at 170.
That really, I was like, but neither one of them is a 170. So again, that's
which
different.
is also different.
Which is different. So that's an even fight.
I think Nate might.
He's not.
No.
Nate's
he's not really a 170 either.
And you saw what happened when he fought Conor at 170. He beat him, but then he got beat up in the second time they fought. You know, and then
Yeah, both fights were at 170?
Yeah, because Conor wanted that at 170. That's why the trilogy should be at 155 if they ever fight again. Should be a lightweight fight because they're both lightweights. You know, so that'll
Why
be
the fuck didn't they fight lightweight the second time?
Because Conor wanted the same stipulations as the fight he lost. He said he wanted to beat him at the same weight. You know, so that's what that was. But so again, I think still, like, to me, Henry Cejudo and Max Holloway makes no sense.
Yeah, that's what he said. I wrote it down.
Yeah,
you know, I thought it was interesting.
He tweeted it. No,
yeah.
and I think it wouldn't make, if Holloway bites on that, he's crazy.
Well, you know, Cejudo's, you know, he talks shit about a lot of people. I don't think he's going to come back and fight. I think he's just trying to, you know, keep talking, you know, keep his name in people like me and yours mouth. Pause.
I mean, shit, he even said that he was gonna he said he was gonna fight, Who I think he agreed to fight Valentina. He was trying to like play around saying he was going to fight Valentina.
Valentina?
That shit's hilarious. Valentina would
Valentina
knock
would
him
fuck
out.
him up.
Valentina would beat
Do
the shit
you
out.
follow Valentina on Instagram?
Yeah.
Bro, she has a video of
scares the
her
shit out of me,
throwing fucking kicks and she's hitting the heavy bag. Bro, she's fucking folding the heavy bag when she hits it. Like she hits that heavy bag and it fucking like folds from the fucking pressure. She's a weapon, bro.
Bro, that head kick, who'd she knock out with that head kick? That chick.
Every time someone says head kick, I think of Betch.
Oh, with Holly with the question mark?
Yeah, with the question mark kick.
When she sat down
She
like
sat
she was
her
a
down.
mermaid.
She sat her down like she was in trouble.
She sat down like she was a mermaid.
She just compressed. She was like a fucking, what's that fucking thing? She was like, what is that fucking instrument?
accordion?
She's like an accordion. She just fucking folded.
Yeah. And then she got
Dude, her
fucking
legs
leveled.
just fucking, oh my God. So bad.
She was sitting down like she was at a picnic. She
Yeah.
had her feet to the side and she was just sitting down.
That's still not as bad as Yoel Romero versus Luke Rockhold, where Luke Rockhold sat his ass down and then ate a nasty uppercut.
That's his same exact knockout that happened when Bisping fought him.
Same shit.
Sitting against the cage.
Oh my God. I felt bad after that fight.
Jan knocked him out one of the worst.
Jan?
Yeah.
Oh, that was recently, right?
Jan hit him with a fucking hook.
Yeah.
That dude
Went to bed.
Yo, his mouthpiece came out and he was off his feet like, bro, he looked like a Mike Tyson's punch out
He
character.
was a surfboard.
Bro, that's the head on that meme I sent you. That meme I sent you where they put Luke Rockhold's head on Jeremy Stevens at the press conference.
Oh, yeah. I seen that.
And he was like, I'm not you. When I get hit, I don't move.
I don't move.
When people knock me out, I don't move.
The UFC posted a bunch of pictures and they were like pictures that you can hear. Like, you know, people say you can't hear images and they're showing pictures. And one of the images they show is Connor like turning around like this. And you already know, like you see that image and you already I can hear Connor saying, who the fuck is that guy?
Yo, that's one of the greatest.
They got the picture of Nate Diaz with the fucking mic, and he's like grabbing the mic out of Joe Rogan's hand after the Conor fight, where he's like, "I told you, motherfucker." So he says something like that. I'm not surprised, motherfuckers. Yeah, bro.
I love that.
Yeah, they got the picture of fucking Jorge Masvidal in the white jumpsuit, like leaning back, where he's telling the story about fucking Leon Edwards.
Yeah, man, a 3-piece in a
He's
soda.
a 3-piece in a soda. Yeah, there's if pictures can talk.
Yeah,
that's
man.
so fucking funny.
I think there's a page called
Pictures with Words or Pictures with Sounds or some shit like that.
No, it's like it's an MMA. I think it's a Twitter account that I follow. It says it's photos moments before.
Okay.
So it's like all the pictures right before some shit happened in the MMA world. Like there's like a picture of like the bus. You know,
oh
like,
yeah.
There's like a picture.
Yeah.
Of like, there's a picture of like
you see Connor's shadow kind of coming from the back of the bus.
Yeah, there's just like these moments that are hysterical, man, and they're just on point. Like if you follow MMA, really, these moments really say some shit. You know,
that's so fucking funny.
Damn. But bro, that I just rewatched the Wei Lee fight with Johanna. When Johanna's head got
oh my God, bro.
Yo.
That was crazy. Try to put the hoodie on. Joe took it off.
Bro, it was Joe Rogan and DC, bro. Joe Rogan and DC. And DC had me dying. He said, that right hand, he said, it hit right in the bubble, Joe. It hit her right on that thing sticking out of her forehead.
Yo, she looked
right on the bubble,
like
Joe.
a fucking unicorn. She looked like a ram, bro.
Or she looked like one of them Star Trek characters.
Oh, it's like Klingon. Yo, honestly, I love Rose, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do like her. She's really good. But I don't think that she's ready to take the punishment that Joanna took that night. And Joanna put out a lot too. First of all, she doesn't have, in my opinion, she doesn't have the power Joanna does.
True.
I don't think so.
I agree.
Right. Joanna, Wei Lee, they were beating the shit out of each other.
True.
They're beating the shit out of each other. I don't think that Rose is capable of inflicting that much damage. I do know her ground game's excellent. I don't know how it's going to look against Wei Lee, but I know if Wei Lee hits her like she was hitting Joanna, she's going to get TKO'd.
That's possible because it reminds me of her build and her intensity reminds me of Jessica Andrade with her girth and her power and shit like that.
Wei Lee.
Yes. I think she's bigger and she has sharper technique with her striking than
Yeah. Jessica Andrade is a kind of a brute.
Yeah. And she's proven she can go 5 rounds. Hard. 5 rounds, five
rounds.
whole
25 solid minutes
of back and forth.
Yeah, 100%.
But to me, I do think that Rose is much more elusive than Johanna.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you that.
She's harder to hit because Johanna will get pissed off. You hit Johanna, she wants to hit you hard.
She'll slug it out with you.
She can be lured into those trading matches.
The exchanges.
Those exchanges, exactly. Which I don't think Rose is not like that. Rose is going to use the jab. Rose is going to stay away.
She's going to move around.
She's going to clinch when she has to.
Yeah.
She might go for the takedown, little trips.
I definitely
trips
see. Yeah.
And shit like that.
I think that's how she wins.
I agree.
If she wins, that's how she's going to win.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
And I think that is I want to see how Wei Lee deals with that. It's very possible Wei Lee just hops in and throws a fucking hook and just sleeps it.
And just sleeps her.
Yeah, that's possible.
What do you think about the Jessica Andrade? Speaking of Jessica Andrade, Shevchenko fight. I love Shevchenko.
Jessica Andrade and Valentina
Shevchenko.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely I love Valentina. She's one of my fucking favorite fighters. I definitely think that, she's going to come out victorious, but it's going to be interesting to watch her fight this kind of brawler where there is no rules with her, It's not as organized as fighting other people. We've seen it. We've seen it when she fought when she fought Rose. She was the one that fucking dropped Rose on her head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've seen it when she's fought. Well, she's done that to a lot of girls. Rose is the only one that she does that to. She does that to bitches. She just scoops them and drops them on their fucking head.
Yeah, she dunks a lot of people. But
yeah. She ain't going to dunk Shevchenko.
Shevchenko's going to make her eat a head kick.
That's why I said it's going to be interesting because
Shevchenko's nice in the clinch.
Fights like this is when we see spectacular knockouts where there's people who are just crazy.
Willing to trade.
Yeah, exactly. Not only the willingness to exchange, but the willingness to risk things in an exchange.
Yeah.
And that's Jessica Andrade.
Yeah, she's like, you're going to hit me, but I'm going to hit you harder.
Exactly.
Which I don't know if that's the case with Valentina.
I don't think that you could do that against Valentina. And even Andrade is very hunched over, leaned over like that. Cotto fucking, we're going to fucking bang it out.
Yeah, it's very bouncy, very tight.
Exactly. Forward. I can't move anymore forward. I gotta eat the fucking microphone, but you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Valentina's not like that. She's a lot more technical. But not only is she technical, but she hits like a fucking garbage truck, like a fucking shit brick house. Is that the right verbiage?
That refers to really build, but built like a brick shit house. That's an old school outhouse made out of bricks. So,
Oh, a brick shit house. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think Valentina is really good in the clinch. So I think that when Jessica gets her against the fence, if she does rush forward and get her against the fence, I think she's going to eat some elbows on the brakes.
Oh, yeah.
And Jessica's going to be bleeding pretty early.
I can't wait for this fucking fight.
Valentina is so good, man. She head kicks any man at 135. Anybody.
Oh, 100%.
She puts Cody in the ICU. She puts TJ Dillashaw, breaks his orbital. I have full confidence that if this was a thing that we were doing as people, she would hurt some guys at 135.
They would all have to clinch with these women. Amanda Nunes, same thing. Amanda Nunes is even more dangerous versus a man.
Yeah, because she's good at maintaining distance. Because even when they clinch, people that she fights, because she spars with a lot of dudes in the gym. If people clinch her, they can't remain clinched. She pushes them off. If you ever notice she hits somebody, they try to clinch, she pushes them off. She's good at pushing off and
creating the distance.
And it's I'm I don't know
if she's bigger than Shevchenko.
Yeah.
She's bigger and she's naturally bigger. So even her more dangerous guys, 35ers definitely, they're not going to be able to really clinch her. First of all, she will hip toss anybody in the 35. Yeah. She will fucking judo, Ronda Rousey, hip toss any of
Yeah.
those fucking dudes.
I know this is like a crazy thing to even be talking about, but I really feel that way.
I 100% think that
I think
there's not a single 35er that can beat either of those girls.
I think there's not one in any organization. Like
Yeah.
in any organization. Like you can go to one, you can go to Bellator, go anywhere. Yo, Valentina head kicks Michael Chandler. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, bro.
Mike Chandler's fucking.
She head
that'd be
kicks Michael
fucking
Chandler. Listen, man. All I know is like when I see people like that, they're different. She's one of those fighters that comes along like every so often, whether it be male or female. That is not somebody to fuck with.
Yeah,
Valentina.
no. She's no joke.
The fucking, what do they call her? The bullet.
The bullet.
The fucking
She's
bullet,
dangerous, bro. She's so dangerous.
I really do think so, man.
We got into MMA and then we just never got off of it. Is there anything you wanted to talk about this week that might have happened? That
Holland versus Brunson, man. Kevin Holland versus Derek Brunson.
I know Derek Brunson. I'm trying to think of who Holland
You know who
is.
he is? He's the dude that knocked out Jacare from his back.
Jacare's been fucking beat up so many fucking times.
But he beats up.
He's
a lot of
another guy. If
people.
I don't see that fucking rock face ever again show up on it, I'd like to see him in the crowd. But if I never see him in the ring again, it'd be too fucking soon, bro.
You know they let go of Alistair Overeem and
yeah.
I think Andre Arlovsky.
I didn't know what the boa constrictor.
Nah, he's not the boa.
Oh,
Nah, Andre Arlovsky.
the heavyweight.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the boa constrictor's name? His name is something. He's got one of those fucking.
No, that's Alexis Olenek.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, he's old as fuck. He's the guy that always hits that nasty fucking choke from the bottom.
Yeah, I think he got let go too.
Damn. Okay, listen. As long if you introduce new fighters, I'm not 100% against it. He was kind of old, but they needed. Well, Clay Guida just fucking fought. Why don't you get rid of him? You need some fucking room on the roster.
He just won, didn't he?
I don't know. Nobody won that fucking fight.
Who the hell did he fight?
I don't know. I don't
gives
fucking
a fuck?
remember. Remember his fucking bald spot popped out in the middle of the fucking fight.
When he lost that hair tie, I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
Yeah, Diego Sanchez. You want to start talking about guys who we could do without?
Diego Sanchez is
Start
fighting
with
Cowboy
fucking-
coming up.
I know it's so fucking sad. Get him out of there. Get Clay Guida out of there. You want to get rid of some guys? That's who you fucking start with. You don't fucking throw away Yoel Romero and fucking Alistair Overeem. I still like watching Overeem fight. He's won his last fight, I think.
What?
Not the one where he cut his lip. The fight after that fight.
Fight after that, he lost too. He got fucking KO'd. Pretty sure he just got KO'd.
Maybe he did. I still like watching the guy fight.
No.
I don't remember what his record is. This is I should know it.
He just got KO'd. I knew he would get KO'd.
Let's see.
I called that. I think it was Jack Hermanson or somebody KO'd his ass.
When I fucking Google a fucking fighter, I want to see their fucking like. I should just see it. Like I should.
Their
It
record
should just
and
come up.
everything,
Yeah,
right?
it should
I
just
know.
come up. No. He won his last fight. No, he lost against fucking Alexander Volkov.
Yeah,
Volkov.
and Alexander Volkov, did he knock him out? I think he KO'd him, no?
KO, TKO. punches,
Yeah, bro.
But he won his last two fights before that.
No, he didn't.
Augusto Saki and
Gokhan Saki and who else?
and Walt Harris. TKO'd the both of them.
Yeah, you did. I remember. Gokhan Saki left MMA after that.
Listen to this. Before that, he fights Rosenstrike.
Gets knocked out.
Gets knocked out. But before that, he fights Alessio Linick, the guy that we were just talking about, wins that fight, TKO. Before that fight, he fights Sergey Pavlovich. You know Pavlovich. I don't know.
Sergey
Sergey?
Pavlovich, yeah.
Wins that fucking fight. This is how all his fights end. Just listen to the way they ended it from the top. TKO, KO, 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 KO. Decision.
But a lot of those
KO,
are him.
KO.
A lot of those are him KO'd.
No, he wins. He loses one, wins two. Loses one, wins two. Loses two, wins two. wins 4, loses 1.
Wow. So a lot of those losses weren't in a row, but they were brutal losses when they were losses.
Dude, listen to who the fuck this guy just fought. Listen to this fucking lineup of guys he fought. Stipe Miocic, Mark Hunt, Fabricio Werdum, Francis Ngannou, Curtis Blades. Those are back to back to back to back. He's not fighting fucking randos, and he's winning some of these fucking fights. You know? Junior Dos Santos.
Yeah, but the ones
Roy
that he
Nelson.
loses are real bad. Like, they're real bad. Like, do you remember
They're
how
back
Curtis
because
Blades
he goes
beat
to
him?
bed.
Do you remember how Curtis Blades beat him?
Was Curtis Blades a back-to-back fucking... Was that when he bounced his head off the ring
He
and
was
then he hit him again?
elbowing. No, he had him mounted and was just elbowing him in the face. His whole face is split open. His forehead split like this. And he was just dumping blood everywhere. It was one of the most violent KOs that I've seen in a long time. That shit was violent. He lost that. Francis Ngannou put him in a goddamn full-blown brain injury seizure type of state.
All these fighters that I mentioned, they're all fighters that are either have fought for the belt or gonna fight for the belt. Like,
It's not the fact that he's losing to good guys. It's how
Yeah.
badly he's getting beat that it's not healthy for him.
they're heavyweights. When heavyweights actually
liability.
fight, that's what the fuck happens. When they actually fight. We're too used to these guys playing touch butt in the fucking park that they don't really fucking fight, and then those things don't happen. So yeah, when guys like Derek Lewis are the guys who people are watching in the weight class, that happens. But when motherfuckers like Francis Ngannou get in the ring, they put people to sleep.
What do you mean? Derek Lewis has the most knockouts in UFC heavyweight history.
Yeah, and you're sleeping right into that point. Or it happens early and you're just waiting for it to happen. His last fight, he just literally sat back and just waited for the shot.
Well, yeah, that's what the plan was.
Yeah, I get it. It's not a fucking interest. I'm not saying he's a bad fighter. I'm saying that they fight safe and boring.
I mean,
but when you look at other
Derek
heavyweights,
Lewis is knocking everybody out cold. How is that safe and boring?
It is boring.
He has more knockouts than any heavyweight in the history of the UFC.
That's insane.
He has more knockouts than anybody that ever threw a punch in the octagon.
Knockouts don't mean that the fight was electric. He doesn't have the most fucking strikes thrown.
Well, to me, I'm always on the edge of my seat.
That's like saying, like, oh, Curtis Blades has the most like top prime than anybody else in the fucking UFC.
You cannot compare Derek Lewis
I don't want to fucking watch that shit.
Fight.
I don't want to watch that shit. Like, I don't want.
You don't want to watch Derek Lewis fight?
I'm not saying I don't want to watch Derek Lewis fight. I said I don't want to watch Curtis Blades fight.
Who the fuck's talking about Curtis Blades?
Because I said that's like saying Curtis Blades has like the most top time, and it's like I don't want to fucking watch that guy fight.
Those are not the same.
I'm not saying I don't want to watch Derek Lewis fight.
The most knockouts in the history of the division versus the most top control.
My point is that Alistair Overeem goes out there and fights, and sometimes a lot of times he gets put to sleep. Not more times than he's put people to sleep. Let's not forget, the guy's 49.
Let's go over his knockouts and the way he was KO'd. Go to the times he was knocked out. Let's relive these, because that man has suffered some of the most devastating knockouts of any fighter ever of the time I've been watching fights.
So his most recent knockout was against...
No, let's go before that and build up to his most recent. Go back some.
There's a lot of wins in here. Okay, so what was that knockout that the one was the Francis Ngannou one? It was the Francis
His
Ngannou
neck
one.
went up?
Yeah, that was the Francis Ngannou one.
That was Francis.
Francis did that to fucking everybody.
Nobody like him.
So
nobody ate it like Overeem.
No, because no, a lot of people got overhand rights or fucking overhand punches. Alistair Overeem just happened to get a fucking uppercut. That's just I know, but just like
I'm just talking about the effect on his brain.
Okay,
I'm not talking about if it was less technical or that dude got fucking.
Alistair Overeem beat Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, but that was when Alistair Overeem. I'm pretty sure that was pre-USADA.
You think that Brock Lesnar wasn't juicing?
Of course, but when one of them is fucking... Yeah, I'm not saying it isn't, but that's not the Overeem we're talking about. That's Overeem 10 years ago.
I'm just saying, let's not forget that this is the guy we're fucking talking about. You rather keep Clay Guida? That's where this argument stemmed from.
Clay Guida.
You rather keep fucking who's the other fucking pendejo I was talking about that he's fighting fucking Cowboy? You rather keep Diego Sanchez?
Hell no.
All right, well that was my point from the beginning. That was my point.
Hell
that
no.
There's other people that can go before you want to. I'd rather watch. I know you don't want to watch Roel, But I'd rather watch Yoel than watch Diego or watch fucking Cowboy.
But Yoel got let
He was
go for
difficult.
different reasons.
Yeah,
he
he's
just
being
wasn't
difficult.
taking fights.
Yeah, he's being difficult.
You know,
Yeah, the guy's been knocked out pretty bad. Mostly, fuck. Stipe Miocic, Francis Ngannou, Curtis Blades. Those are just the recent ones. But when you look at the fights before then, there's not a lot of fights where he gets knocked out in like a vicious fashion, and not a lot of fights that he loses in general. If we look at his record, the guy really doesn't really take that many losses until he fights fucking Stipe. Yeah, he lost to Travis Brown and Rothwell before that. But besides that, he goes on a tear, wins 4 fights in a row, beats Stefan Struve, Roy Nelson, Junior Dos Santos, Andre Arlovski. Then he fights for the belt, fights Stipe, gets knocked out in the first round, knocks out fucking Mark Hunt, beats Fabricio Verdum on a decision. Then he fights Francis, gets absolutely obliterated, gets wiped off the fucking face of the earth. After that fight, the guy fights fucking Curtis Blades. He stomps him out too. So I give you those are 2 back-to-back absolutely vicious fucking knockouts.
Stipe fucking viciously knocked him out too.
Yeah, but they weren't back-to-back. He won 2 fights after that.
Yeah,
fight.
but I mean just his losses in general.
I'll give you that.
His losses are violent losses. They're bad.
Yeah.
Like when Luke Rockhold loses, he
But
don't
my
just
only
lose.
point is
he goes
that-
to the ER.
Yeah, but my only point is that there's other people that I'd rather see that could get cut before these guys get cut. Maybe it's a weight class thing. I don't know what it is. Maybe he just doesn't maybe there's just nobody left for him to
So
really fight.
who would you let go? Megan Anderson got let go. Who else would you let go?
She got let go?
Her contract was up, and I don't think she signed again. I mean, there's really no point when the only person in your weight class you can never beat. So
I
it's
guess.
like, why do you want to be? You're not going to be the champion.
Bring in other people for her to fight because she is good. She's not like a bad fighter.
Nah, she's good, but she just lucky
She
to
could
draw,
be.
man.
She could be the fucking the assistant to the assistant. She
Bro,
could
for
be.
the longest time, that was being a light heavyweight in the UFC when John Jones was champion. You're just not taking that belt.
So who do I want to see? Who could go before they go? Well, I mean it when I say that guys like Clay Guida. Listen,
Curtis could go.
I know you're not going to like this. Frankie Edgar could go.
Frankie Edgar can go.
Okay, thank you. Frankie Edgar could go.
Frankie Edgar can go.
Off the top of my head, I can't think of it, but he's one of them for sure. If he's not already gone, the dude we were mentioning earlier, what's his name? It's not even his real name. Fucking, he was a 55er. The guy with the rock face. Fuck, he's Brazilian.
Oh, Jacare.
Jacare, he could go. I could look at any weight class and just start trimming the fucking
Who else
fat.
was it that was let go with who we just talking about that guy with Alistair?
When you get
I
up
think
and
it was
use the bathroom?
Arlovski.
I have to get up for a second.
To go to the bathroom?
No, I don't have to use the bathroom.
All right, go ahead. I'll be right here. You owe me. I owe you a few of these.
Yeah.
I owe you a few of these.
You can look up.
Nobody live in the chat with your boy, bro.
Yeah, it does suck. You don't get that. But
Yeah, man. But either way, I'm just excited for this Kevin Holland, Derek Brunson fight. I want to see what Kevin Holland does. I want to see what he does in terms of his jiu-jitsu. I want to see how he does against Derek Brunson. I don't know how that goes standing up. I think Kevin Holland, he's definitely got the advantage with the kicks and stuff like that. But I'm not sure about the all-around stand-up striking. I mean, Derek Brunson can stand up and strike, and he can definitely strike when he can threaten a takedown. So that's going to be the difference. That's what I think anyway.
what'd you say?
Talking to myself about Kevin Holland and Derek Brunson. How I'm excited to see what Kevin Holland does on his feet against Derek Brunson when Derek Brunson can threaten that takedown. That's what I'm thinking about.
So we're going to review this weekend's card.
Yeah, I think we got some. You got a couple scraps on there. Gillespie's back. Yano.
Tai Tuivasa.
That's right. I might have to do a shoey on the next podcast if he wins.
I hope he does win. He's a guy I like to watch, but
Yeah, I like him. I don't understand the point of the shoey. That shit is gross.
that shit is gross. But he just he won his last fight against Stefan Struve. Fucking poor Stefan Struve. But
He retired.
he lost the last 2 fights before that.
Yeah, he lost some pretty upsetting. He was not happy, and I agree. They were
Yeah.
kind of not his best performances.
No, not at all. So let's see. He definitely needs this win. Guy fought one time last year, which isn't a big deal. 2020 was a tough year. Not a lot of guys fought. With Corona and shit going on. So just to even get a chance to fight into 2020 was kind of an accomplishment. But yeah, you know, he goes on a tear and then gets beat twice, gets submitted once, and then just straight up beat in a decision the other time. So we'll see. I hope he wins this fight.
Very interesting.
He's gonna fight Harry Hunsucker.
Interesting. Let me see.
Harry Hunsucker. I don't know that guy.
Oh, that's him. I seen this dude.
You know
fight.
Hunsucker?
Yep, I remember him because he's got some.
I'd remember a name like that.
Terrible tattoos.
Oh my god. That fucking the people that get fucking chain link tattoos.
It's all about the cage, man.
I don't know. Is that what it is?
I guess.
I don't know. What else you got, man? Are we cutting tonight short? I know we got on late.
Street Beast is at like 2 million subscribers or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys haven't watched Street Beefs yet, go on YouTube and type in Street Beefs. Check out Street Beefs.
Yeah, shit is better than every promotion besides the UFC.
Yo, it's so
Go
good.
watch it. I'd rather
Yo.
watch Street Beefs than Bellator any day of the week.
I watched that dude that I told you about, the black belt dude. I forgot what his
Yeah,
fucking
the dude,
name
it's
is.
like Shotokan or something.
Yeah, that's
right?
exactly what his name
Shit's
is. Yo, I love
hilarious.
that dude, bro.
See
I
him
love
head kick
this
that
dude.
fool?
Yeah, that's the first fight I ever seen.
That dude, his whole setup, his whole outfit.
Yeah, dude comes in a fucking gi, in a red
With a
and black
headband
gi
and
with
shit.
that fucking headband, like
That shit is
he's the fucking
funny.
karate kid. Yeah,
Oh,
that
fuck
shit's
it.
fucking cool as fuck.
Be head kicking motherfucker. So
Yeah, and he's got great ground game.
yeah, I mean, when you're fighting a bunch of guys that for the majority of them aren't really trained, if he has some training, I mean,
Now they got some people that are training. The only thing I don't like is I don't like them rolling around the ground and like not having any grip and people falling because of like
the dirt,
the
and the mud.
uneven ass fucking conditions. I
Got
think
grass in my eye and shit.
yeah, people fighting with fucking wrestling shoes on in the dirt and shit.
But that's what makes it different.
Dudes
you know?
fighting in hoodies. It's like,
Crazy,
what are we doing over here?
Crazy. Man.
Yeah, but other than that, I think they put on fights.
They definitely did.
Every one of their fights are good.
They
I'd
definitely,
rather watch that than watch any fucking Jake Paul fight,
yeah, man. Damn, son.
except for when he's fighting a professional MMA fighter
He's gonna beat Ben
or a
Askren,
professional
bro.
basketball player
He's gonna beat
or
Ben
a
Askren.
really good YouTuber. Oh, that was his brother. No, it was him.
Mm-mm.
He fought KSI or his brother fought KSI
Logan fought KSI.
and lost
Yes,
twice.
twice. I think it was a tie. It was like a draw.
And now
and
he's
then he
gonna. Now
lost.
he's fighting Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah,
You
but
see what's happening?
I
You
think-
see what I'm talking about?
yeah, I know it's some bullshit, but you know, I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty confident that Jake Paul is going to beat Ben Askren.
I didn't want to fucking get into this conversation again. I say,
All
yeah,
right, we don't
maybe he
have to.
will.
We don't have to. You know, that's my clip, by the way,
No, not this one. This one's fucking Fugazi broken.
bro. Oh yeah, take your broken shit, bro.
Yeah, I should have gave you this one and be like, oh, my bad, nigga.
Nah,
Gave you
bro.
that shit, even though you
I
got
already
a perfect.
got a broken one over
I
here.
know.
I know.
I know.
You don't know, son.
Oh shit! Never mind. This clip is perfect.
You gave me the broken one.
No. I guess it's just
This is your broken one.
I guess different. Sure. Sure, that's my broken one right there. Please hand me back my broken one. You guys see that? You see how I did that there? don't let nobody like me get you. You gotta be fucking. You gotta be wary of those kind of things.
This is your broken one right here.
Yeah, that's mine.
So give me the good one.
Hand it to me. Right here. Give it here, brother. I ain't got nothing else to talk about though. If you ain't got nothing else, we could chop this one off early because I don't wanna do any dead space, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I'm fucking wrapped. Yo, I can't believe how long it took us to fix that shit.
Yeah, man, that's all right. We'll make it up next
We
week.
should talk about it though.
Right now?
Nah. Fuck that. Yo, it was just the goddamn fucking frustrating.
It was gonna be frustrating, but you know what we're gonna do?
What?
We're gonna end this and then order new cables.
Let's do it right now.
Yeah. That's it. Masters and None episode 20. It was a short one. Sorry, guys. Yo, maybe we'll do another one on Saturday.
Yo, I'm down.
Are you watching the fight with me on Saturday?
Yeah, bro.
So maybe we'll do another
I'm off
hour on
weekends,
Saturday.
ho.
Maybe we'll do another hour on Saturday.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. That's it. Masters and None, episode 20. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And
Bang, bang.
peace out.
Bang, bang.